That time will never come where we can exist without God. Because there are infirmities that He constantly takes away. Those infirmities are the afflictions of the soul. And God is the one who purifies. And the way He does it is the technology of the coal. That's what Paul was talking about in the New Testament when he said, the Spirit of God Himself, in Romans 5:26, helpeth our infirmities. There are many infirmities. We don't even know how to pray about them. Even if we try to pray about them, we can't pray it enough. We don't have the utterance enough to fight in the Spirit until it's rolled away. Did you not read Zechariah chapter 3? A high priest had a stained garment. He knew all the oblation process, but he didn't have enough utterance to argue his case in the courts of heaven. Until a point came and said, take off the filthy garment. Something has to happen. But for that thing to happen, you must stand in the presence of God. When you stand in the presence of God, the presence will x-ray you and they will search out your infirmity and cleanse it so that it will not bring reproach against you in the corridors of the immortals. Because if that is not done, those infirmities will be a curse and it will be a testimony against you. And the devil, because of those infirmities, will stand by you to resist you. The reason the work and the ministry and the business and the life of many persons are resisted is because they are carrying infirmities. And they carry those infirmities, they are struggling in the flesh. What you need to do is to stand. Wait for verdicts. Because you are in the era of grace and mercy. The verdict that will come will not be to kill you. It will be to roll away those infirmities. All of us have garbages. But it's when we stand long enough that those garbages will be taken in. If a national prophet will have a lying tongue, hope you know that the most important part of a prophet is his tongue. Because a prophet is a representation of the righteousness of God to a generation. When a prophet speaks, a nation repents. His sight is useless if there is no utterance. But here's a prophet corrupted by infirmity. He knew the secret. So the moment there was a window, he stood there until the seraphim showed up. And they touched his tongue. And they say, your infirmities have rolled away. The moment he left there, he began to prophesy about the Messiah. Because his primary calling was to be a messianic prophet. But he could not prophesy it with a lying tongue. Your destiny can't start until you are touched with the coals. There are most of you here who have apostolic calling. Even among your friends, they know you are a leader. You know the apostolic is forceful. When you walk among men, somehow you are head and shoulder above them. You are like an alpha male because you come with government. The apostle has the power to establish government. That's why I said the apostles come first. But you carry all of this energy and you cannot fulfill destiny because of patches of infirmities. Patches, stains of infirmities. There are many prophets that should bring deliverance unto Jacob. But their eyes are corrupt and their tongue is full of iniquity. They will need cure. They will need to be cured of those infirmities. And so, beyond meetings, beyond popularity, you must learn how to wait upon the Lord. You must learn how to stand in the present until you are purged. This is why men like Elijah mastered that technology until Elijah is in the palace and he said, before God, whom I stand. I know my authority as a prophet is by my ability to stay in the presence. That's where my infirmities pass. That's where my infirmities are removed. If you don't know how to tarry in God's presence, you will be a man of many infirmities and the devil will have great harvest from your manifestation. In fact, if God wants to help you, He will not allow you manifest. Because some of the things that will happen to you, you cannot revoke it in your lifetime. Did you read about Balaam? The man was corrupt, but he never went to God to purge him. And so he started as an error. It became a doctrine. It became a way. And Balaam the prophet was killed like a thief because the reproach came upon his life and the prophetic honor was lifted. You will need your infirmities to be purged. And the way that will happen is that one of the government of the presence must impart you. And that government is the government of the coals of God. That coal will touch you and cleanse you.